Hey gang, JC here, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, September 9th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Great television archives, top of the page. Eye Candy, Sexually Speaking with Dr. Kathy Naughton, right below. And over in the corner, our rock and roll poll question yesterday. Will the Rams make the playoffs this season? And 60% of you say yes, 40% say no. I am in the minority. I think the Rams are a much improved team. I like what Steve Spagnuolo is doing, but this schedule is just ridiculous. And if the Rams start off 0-6 or some version of 0-6, like 2-4 or something like that, do not criticize the Rams organization. Do not criticize Steve Spagnuolo unless they're really doing something just awful, unless they're embarrassing themselves out there. But this is about the schedule this year. I just think this Rams team is going to have a very slow start because they are playing the best teams in the National Football League in the first month. So if they don't start out particularly well and they don't make the playoffs, does not mean that the program is misfiring and something's going wrong. So we'll talk about that as we go on for the rest of the season. All right, today's rock and roll poll question: how much of the 9/11 10th anniversary stuff are you going to be watching on television this weekend? A, quite a bit. I still find the video and the stories very compelling. B, I might watch some. I still find a lot of it very disturbing. Or C, little or none. I'm 9/11 out already. Please answer in the corner. This could be a very interesting result. I'm very curious to see what you guys say about that. I have gotten a little tip that the 60 Minutes presentation on Sunday evening at 6 on Channel 4 is supposed to be very, very powerful and compelling. They have some of the first responders that are going to be talking about their experiences. If you're going to watch anything, it sounds like maybe this 60 Minutes thing on Sunday night with Scott Pelley is the thing to watch. They're doing some displays. There was one in the St. Louis area, I believe it was last weekend, where they had some of the steel from the World Trade Center that was on display, and it was very somber and everything like that. And then you hear that about 185,000 tons of steel were left in the aftermath of the World Trade Center. Much of it was sold to China and India, and only a small portion of it was used for memorabilia. What are you going to do? All right, let's switch to football here. As we were saying, we're talking about the Rams. Buffalo Bills are the best-looking team in the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs are the ugliest. This, according to researchers at Ursinus College in Pennsylvania, where they rank the facial symmetry of NFL players. Now, we know from research that the more symmetrical the face, the more likely you are to be perceived as being attractive looking. They had a computer look at 5 starters on offense, 5 starters on defense, the coach and the owner. And the prettiest teams, the Bills, the Denver Broncos, and the Cleveland Browns. The ugliest teams, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Minnesota Vikings. In general, NFL players have 10% more facial symmetry than average people, with kickers and quarterbacks being the best looking positions. They also better looking than NBA stars and the great football teams of the past. Peyton Manning, is he done? A lot of people asking if he's done for the season. I'm starting to wonder if he's done for his career. When you start having your 3rd procedure in 2 years for nerve damage and everything, I'm telling you, things might not be good in Indianapolis. All right, we have the final list now of the people who are participating in the Comedy Central Roast of Charlie Sheen. Now, this thing is actually taping this weekend. It will be seen on September 19th, the same night as Ashton Kutcher's debut in 2.5 Men. This is a great drama here. The roasters will include William Shatner, Kate Walsh from Private Practice. You can figure that one out for me and then explain it to me because I don't get that one at all. John Lovitz, and comedians, are you ready? Patrice O'Neal and Amy Schumer. Never heard of either one of them. They joined previously announced roasters Mike Tyson, Steve-O, Jeffrey Ross, and Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy, who's also the roast master. Slash is going to make a special appearance. Again, they're taping this weekend, airs on the 19th. All things considered, I'm stunned by how weak this lineup is, but let's see what they do. Rolling Stones were seen together at an office. Where was this? They didn't say where. But there's a lot of speculation now that maybe these Stones are interested in doing a 50th anniversary tour for next year. We shall see. Never even thought of this. You got a house full of kids and all this activity and all this running around your house. And then September comes, or late August, as the case may be, and the house empties out. You know who's stressing out? Your dogs. Your dogs are used to all the activity, and then all of a sudden there's nobody there, and they feel like the guillotine has come down, like they've been abandoned, like something's wrong, and the dogs stress out. They have not been able to measure this in cats, but you got to think that cats don't really give a rat's ass anyhow. They don't care when you're there. They don't care when you're gone. Dutch authorities have charged a 42-year-old woman with stalking because she allegedly called her 62-year-old ex-boyfriend, are you ready for this? 65,000 times in the past year. The man says they didn't even really have a relationship. Just for the record, that's 178 calls a day, 7.4 calls an hour, 24 hours a day, and one call every 8.1 minutes. Despite all the new technology and all the devices and everything that you got plugged in and that you have to recharge, cell phones and iPads and computers and laptops and all this sort of stuff, power demand in U.S. homes is actually down. Why is that, Michelle Bachmann? Those new curly Q CFL light bulbs. That's what's making the difference. And I ain't crazy about them either, but with power consumption being down, that's good news. So it's a little bit of, a little good, a little bad. All right, we have a new movie opening today, Contagion. It's about a disease that rips through the world and kills everyone. Dick Cheney calls it the feel-good movie of the year. Sources close to Chaz Bono say that he has no rhythm, no sense of timing, and is going to be a huge flop on Dancing with the Stars. Gosh, I hope this doesn't make Chaz look like some sort of freak. A British tabloid is claiming that Casey Anthony is hooking up with her attorney, Jose Baez. I guess it's her turn to get him off. And the U.S. Post Office has announced plans to save itself from insolvency. Ladies and gentlemen, we introduce to you the $44 stamp. Sunday Night Football. So you're going to have the Rams. Well, you got Mizzou tonight, Friday night. And then you got more college football on Saturday. Then you got a doubleheader, which includes the Rams game at noon against Philadelphia on Sunday. I'm predicting a loss, by the way. And then you come back and you got the New York Jets hosting the Dallas Cowboys in New Jersey on Sunday Night Football. It's a huge divorce weekend. Of course, you had a game last night. How about that for the opening game of the season, by the way, with New Orleans, making that goal line drive there and the Packers holding them back with no time left on the clock, man. And networks are just salivating over that one. All right, I do this periodically just to sort of mess with you. Do you know how old you are? Do you realize? I know you know how old you are. And I'm having a birthday in like 2 weeks, and my baby's having a birthday in 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact. All right, baby's going to turn 2 weeks from today. So so I know how chronologically old you are. I know that you understand that, but you realize really how old you are? Henry Thomas, the little kid in E.T., turns 40 today. Have a nice weekend. All right, football is back, baby. I'm not a big fan of blondes, but boy, there are 2 blondes that I supplied you with today on JC's Eye Candy. I think I put up 5 or 6 pictures. Go ahead and take a look at them. Football is back, baby, but more importantly, cheerleaders are back, and you can look at them right now on JC's Eye Candy. You can check that out right now. All right, please answer our rock and roll poll question in the corner. How much of the 9/11 stuff do you plan to take in this weekend? Quite a bit? Or you might watch a little bit, or little or none, because you're totally 9/11'd out. Please answer that. I'm really curious to see what people have to say about that. And whether or not you're just channel surfing over the weekend, you might give me an answer. You might give me the answer, for example, little or none, and then you're sitting there just channel surfing over the weekend, and then you see the stuff and you find yourself just sort of compelled, sort of drawn into it. You end up watching more than you thought. But as we start the weekend, what are you planning to watch? How much 9/11 stuff are you planning to watch? Please answer that question down in the corner. We'll have results for you on Monday. All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Friday, September 9th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.